Hey everybody, Max Message here, back again with Marvel Heroes. And this time we got Black Panther, got him to 60. So, gonna do a red tier 4 Doom solo kill. And for him, I'm really not expecting too much of a problem. It should be pretty easy because of the pets. Pets are gonna really make things easy on you, and hopefully he stays the same as he goes through. I'm trying to remember the name of his build, but I don't remember. Oh, the Jungle Warrior. Jungle Warrior build. Sorry, I got like 30 some odd builds here. I just forgot his. And figure, you're right on the spot, you forget it. So the Jungle Warrior build is, I should remember because his Jungle Snare is worked in now. It's basically based around Jungle Snare, your pets, the Dora Milaje, and we went with Panther Grace and of course Panther Soul, giving us a nice big boost to that health regen. Kind of a debate whether or not you actually need it, because you have basically an aggro dump by going invis with stealthy escape is what we're doing here, instead of using Panther Leap or any of those other little jumpy damage dealing runs. We're going to go with the stealthy one, and what this does is it allows us to aggro dump, and by aggro dumping our pets pick up the boss, and the boss gets mad at the pets and stops being mad at us. It gets mad at us really quick again, because we're going to be doing so much more damage than the pets. However, that's okay, because we'll just go invis again and we'll aggro dump, and then the pets pick them up, and the pets keep building that aggro, and eventually, we won't have to keep aggro dumping as much. And I'm using Freezing Slash because of the slow and snare and move in attack speed reduction, and a 25% chance to freeze the enemy for 4 seconds. Very nice. Even though bosses will start to ignore that freeze, the snare will stay up and be very, very useful for us. And so let's go kill Doom. I'm not anticipating too much of a problem killing Doom. Trash will be kind of a slow kill, just the way it is. Anything that does really well single target, usually in the game, fares kind of not so well AoE. There's some that do it. So let's see, we got red, tier 4, Castle Doom. Let's go do it. Oh, and gear-wise, he's not doing bad. No uniques. A little movement speed ring with some melee power. That's an old ring. 40, 50 gear, 36 cosmic. It was kind of hard to get rid of that +1. A lot of health. Don't really need it, but I like to be able to take one big hit using Madam Hydra's, because it's beefing our pets as well as giving us flat damage rating across the board, because we're doing energy damage. There's no real good energy damage that helps out our pets as well, because they're physical. So it's kind of weird that way. We're using the Advanced Super Soldier Serum because we'll get some attack speed off it, as well as the hit points, as well as the health regen, as well as some defense, as well as some spirit, regen. So it's really still a really nice artifact. Obviously, Superheroic Yukio's because it's buffing melee. We got some melee here. Unfortunately, Jungle Snare is not melee, but we are Savage Striking, and that is melee. And unfortunately, Dora Milaje is not melee. But we're beefing them up with an Advanced Latveria, so they do a little more damage. And we're backing everything up again with an Advanced Metasensory. Hand of Doom would probably be better, but it's +1 all powers, and 225 damage rating, and some attack speed, so we're getting beefy all around. I only have a little bit of health regen on grade 1, and backing that up with the Lemuria, obviously, because I shouldn't be taking so much damage, and I have that nice fat regen already. You know, so it should be just to heal up from incidentals and AoEs and stuff like that. Poison clouds will be very annoying for you as Panther, because now you have to basically let your pets really do a lot of the work. And that's annoying. Or you're gonna burst in and drop the snare and burst out, or burst in, drop a snare and do a savage strike and get out and then try to heal up again. Like I said, see how the AoE over there was hitting us, so we'll basically stay in as long as we want to stay in, and then we get out. But trash really isn't that bad. We could do scything sweep and kind of play out like a Wolverine, but jungle snare is much more beneficial against bosses, even though it's not as beneficial against trash. So I just get out and let Dora Milaje do whatever they're going to do. So I think they killed him. And that's how bosses will be when they start doing weird AoE stuff. You're going to let them kill them. And you can basically stealth through a whole place. So it's very interesting. And basically when the AoE disappears, you're going to do another savage sweep to get the bleed going on. That's all I do. That's how I stay spirit friendly. You could spirit burn and get the initial big hits if you want. I mean, I stay efficient. I could definitely burn them down. And that's some pretty big damage that I'm not taking advantage of there, you know. Every now and then I just resummon after they take a ton of damage. Or if they've been out a while. I mean, they last 5 minutes, I think it is. Yeah, 4.8 minutes, so. So I think we'll just stealth through the rest of the place. Trash is pretty irrelevant. See if we can't get Rhino back up here. I think I'm down to one pet, so I'll summon the guy. And this is just burning him down with the Savage Strike up stuff. I aggro dump again when he does his shield, so I'll make sure they get him. He kills him. I aggro dump. I get low on spirit. Ooh, a koala. I stopped spamming. It's kind of easy. I'm used to having to cast Blessing of Bast all the time. And for the attack and movement speed, and that was your health regen at the same time. So I'm kind of used to having to reserve spirit with him instead of just burning. Pretty easy. Doom's going to be the same way, because you only have to mess with him when you want to mess with him. You get to pick and choose, and the pets get to do the rest. We'll let them mess with them. I'm not sure where the orbs are. There they are. Once we get orbs under control, and they got Doom under control. Uh-oh, orbs are somewhere. Get out of the orbs. And that's a T4 Red Doom solo kill. A little tricky with the orbs when they get weird placed and invisible. Gets a little tricky, but for the most part, it's going to be that easy because you got the pets. You can dump everything on the pets and let them deal with them. And they will deal with them. They'll take his big hits and die, and you can just resummon them, and you can go invis, and you have a lot of control of Black Panther late game. So early game, I know it's a little slow. It's really slow until you get these Doral Millages and the stealthy escape. It really comes together when these two pieces come in. And I use a Savage Strike for that dot. I mean, it's just an extra dot. I know it's only 4,000 damage a second for, 30 or 20,000 damage total, but a big hit. And you can spam that on if you want. I don't like to spam it because I like to have the ability of getting out of the danger. So, I'll drop it whenever the duration of Jungle Snare goes off. And I'll spam my Freezing Slash because it works with the basic attack lifesteal. And when I'm doing this, the basic attack lifesteal doesn't work. And that's it. So, pretty easy, pretty fun. Black Panther. His review's coming around, I believe, so hopefully he stays really good. And hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all later.